That way I can split those videos out. Because we're actually going to start another one. But this time what we're going to do is, I had been targeting specific achievements, but I think what we're going to do this time is I'm just going to pick a random civilization, and then I'm going to go look up real quick to see what achievements are associated with that random civ, and just see if I can get all of the achievements associated with that civilization at one time. Because there's multiple, a lot of times there's multiple achievements for each civilization. So let's see what we can do. So we're going to go back into single player. We're going to go ahead and to create a game. We are going to do it on Deity. We're going to try that. Obviously, sometimes we have to drop them for some achievements, but we'll see what we can do. We'll keep it on standard, I guess. You know what we're going to do? I'm kind of tempted to do island plates. Only because there is an achievement for finishing a game on island plates that I have not completed yet. There's so many civilizations that just don't like islands that much. But there could be a large island. Even for the land-based civilizations, even a couple of these large islands could come in our favor. So, you know, we're going to do it anyway. Because I know there's an achievement for that, we're going to do that one anyway. And I'm going to go, I don't know, standard or large? Standard or large? Let's do standard. It's going to be fine. And random leader. If the only reason I would re-roll, I should say, is if it's a leader we've already done. Because I would like to get through all the leaders at some point. So here we go. Alright, well, we've already done Dutch. Dutch was the very first civilization we did as for Rise and Fall. So, although there are a couple achievements that I have not gotten for Dutch, at least one I know for sure. If you have to get 7 of these provincians and then 7, I think it's just 7 cities in 7 of these. Something like that. It's like 7 and 7 or something like that. So there's a technically achievement still for her, but I'm going to re-roll her. I've already done her once.
Your citizens will farm with great efficiency, knowing that they are under the protection of your might.
All right, tree start. Come on.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water to the great beasts.
Have I done America? I don't think I've done America.
To man taking his first upright steps, you have
No, I haven't done America.
Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. And so it is upon your broad shoulders, Theodore Roosevelt, to charge forth and lead your people on their great adventure. Use your military might to give the peoples of your homeland the square deal they so desperately deserve. Surely, you will raise America into the limelight and attract visitors from across the oceans just to see your lands. Bully for you, Mr. President.
Bully for you. All right, so good thing about America for us is that the best victory type is a cultural victory, and that's actually the one victory type I have not successfully won yet on Deity. So I think I'm okay with this. Obviously, it's one of the ones that I have already done an A to Z video for with some research and stuff, so I know a little bit about them. But yeah, definitely culture victory for these guys is going to be good. Let's go look up the Steve achievements real quick and see what kind of other things there are for America. Let's see. That's not one. As America, make a national park of Crater Lake and both tiles of Yosemite in one game. That one's obviously really hard to do because you have to have both Crater Lake and Yosemite in the same game. Kind of, random, luck of the draw type of thing. So, not much we can control there. Okay, as England, no, that's an English one. I just searched for America, and I'm just trying to see what ones pop up for America. Is that it, really? I know there's at least... Maybe I didn't look... American? No, that wouldn't work. Teddy? Let's Teddy win. Win a regular game with Theodore Roosevelt? Okay, well, obviously that's one we need to do. Is that the only one I don't have? It's just... It doesn't seem like there's as many as I thought. I thought there was at least one other one for America, but maybe not. That's okay. There's a couple other ones that we could get that are not necessarily related to America, but ones that might be related to kind of what we're doing with America. For example, if we have Michelangelo Donatello, and we can put them in a city that has a sewer, and we can activate Leonardo da Vinci for New York specifically, then we might be able to get that one, because obviously that one's a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There might be some. Let me actually look up America itself to see if it has any association there. Because I was actually just looking at all the achievements, just searching for the word America. But if we go to America on here, so yeah, there's the 100th anniversary, which is the National Park and Crater Lake in Yosemite. Let Teddy Win, which is the regular game as Theodore Roosevelt, which we are going to try and do. And then the Pizza Party. So I guess there's 3 of them. 2 of them are ridiculously hard to plan for, obviously. So we'll have to do the best we can. The Pizza Party one is technically doable. Yeah, I mean, we'd really have to focus on great people to guarantee the Pizza Party one. Specifically, obviously, I'm assuming Leonardo da Vinci is a scientist. Oh, he's a great engineer, actually. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. And workshops provide +1 culture. So that actually is a really good one for us. So getting great engineers, I like that. And then what's Michelangelo and Donatello? I'm assuming they are some sort of culture-minded. Michelangelo is a great artist, which makes sense. And Donatello is also a great artist. Okay, that's what I assumed. I wanted to double-check to make sure that was not something I, didn't expect. So yeah, so going for getting some great artists. Going for the great engineer Leonardo da Vinci. Might be a doable one. Be kind of fun to play around with. Let's see if we can do that. Cool. Let's get going. All right. So, interesting start. I mean, positives of this start are we got some good, luxuries around. 3 assaults technically within range. Crabs, bonus resource. We got fish. I mean, there's some decent stuff here. We do have some desert nearby. Good and bad. I mean, there's positive and negatives of having desert nearby. Getting a little bit of science from these turtles right away is really nice. Excuse me. What does salt give you again? Come on. Actually, let's do this. What am I looking for? Salt gives you a whole lot of nothing right now. But yeah, this one definitely is good for us. A little bit of gold from these things. Plenty of food. And the other good thing about this setup is that we can chop this rainforest to give us both growth, food as well as production. So there are some positives. It's probably not I probably prefer not to be surrounded by as much rainforest as this is. But it's going to be okay. So do we want to move at all? What are we on? We're on Plains Hills. Actually, no, we don't want to move. The only way we would move would be over to here, which is also Plains Hills. But no, I think this is going to be fine. We're actually going to be very protected by cliffs here. Be a little bit of a place to come in through here and through there. So, but we should be able to protect ourselves a little bit better. Like the city itself will be a little hard to directly assault. So no, I like it. Let's go ahead and start here. Before we do that, actually, let's go ahead and move you once. Still a lot of desert down there. I mean, there's some stuff we could build down that way, but we'll see. Alrighty. Obviously, we want to start going for great people if we want to get the Pizza Party achievement. Specifically, great engineers. And great engineers come from over here, obviously. Where are you at? Way over here. So we got a little ways to wait before we can get some great engineer points. So we may not worry too much about that. Actually, let's go do something real quick. Let's go look at America. Because if you haven't seen my A to Z video, you might not understand some of the things that America has. One of the things they have is that all diplomatic policy slots in the current government are converted to wildcard slots. That is huge. And the reason why that's huge, especially for what we want to do, is that we'll be able to get some wildcard slots pretty early, or multiples, and that'll help us get more great people. I mean, there's other things obviously you can do with wildcard slots, but in our case, and what we want to do, great people is going to be very helpful. Teddy Roosevelt himself, all units receive a +5 combat strength on their home continent, which is awesome. +1 appeal to all tiles in a city with a national park. So getting national parks everywhere that we can is going to help us with our culture victory. And he also gains an extra unique unit, which is the Rough Rider unit when we research the rifling technology. Rough Riders It gets culture from kills on the capital's continent. So again, we're going to be able to defend our home continent pretty well. And then plus 10 combat strength from fighting on hills and lower maintenance cost. Goodness, I don't know why I've suddenly got a yawning fit. Apologies for that. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. And these Rough Riders are pretty strong. They come around in the industrial era, but they don't upgrade to anything until modern armor. So we have to skip tanks altogether, but they're also going to be pretty strong in general, especially if we can fight them on hills. And then the other thing would be... You get the P-51 Mustang. It's an atomic air unit, replaces the fighter, which is fine. Gets +5 attack against aircraft and has a +2 flight range. +2 flight range is really nice because, you know, obviously that's one of the limitations of fighters is their range. And then the extra experience that they can get. We can really level these up very quickly to be able to take out actual land units and stuff like that. So this is a good substitute for machine guns and things of that nature because we can use these to kind of help protect ourselves and take out other land units. And then last but not least, the film studio, which is really where we're going to get our tourism from. +100 tourism pressure from this city towards other civilizations in the modern era. So we double the tourism pressure from the city, which is pretty awesome. So again, culture victory is going to be what we're going to be going for. How do we want to science? Thinking of going to get fishing boats so we can hook these things up real quickly. Wow, I don't know why I'm suddenly having a yawning fit. I apologize. Goodness. So yeah, let's go ahead and get sailing out of the way. Be able to get us our fishing boats up quickly. And honestly, if nothing else, to get this one right here, sorry, to get a little bit extra science that way as well. We'll go with a scout early on, just like we usually do. And go from there. Now we are on the island plates map, so we'll see if we have anybody on our main island. If not, not the end of the world, because again, if we're going to go for a culture game, we are okay being a little bit isolationist at the beginning of the game here.
If delicate arch has any significance,
+2 faith, +1 go to adjacent tiles. Could be useful. Obviously, we could use the faith for great people. So that might be a priority city location down here. That's a good boost to get, actually. I mean, you can usually get that one through a builder, but it would save us from having to get a builder early on. Alrighty. We got 7 turns on sailing, and we could get a builder in 8 turns. I'm actually thinking about going ahead and grabbing that builder right away. I don't usually go builder this early, but that'll line up pretty well. In fact, actually, if we go to production focus, it does not make a difference. Okay. I'm actually going to go ahead and put you on production focus, though, because we're going to expand pretty quickly here. Might not make a difference, though. Yeah, it's probably not going to make a difference, but that's okay. It might still get... Oh, no, actually, it'll get 1 more production because, obviously, another citizen. And so I think that'll actually bring that down to 7. So we'll be okay. Let's just come down here. Kind of circle around here. Some culture down here. That's going to be helpful. More culture, more amber. A lot of jungle. I mean, the jungle is good. There's a city-state, looks like, over here. Jungle, again, can be good to help us rush out some wonders and things like that. It's going to make it a little hard to get through this, but it also does mean Washington is going to be a little protected, at least initially. Okay, we got that. 4 turns. 4 turns lines up perfectly. Oh, goody hut. A couple goody huts within range. Perfect. All right. You can go and grab this one real quick. A lot of amber down here. Wow. Oh. Okay. I mean, we're not going to have the population to support 2 builders right away. So all that really means is that we just change your production over and we'll have, you know, half of a builder already built out for later. Let's go and get a slinger out, because I do expect to have some barbarians coming up really soon. And you are going to... Actually, a little early, so... I guess you're just going to sit here until we can actually move you out into the water. This looks like a pretty good sized landmass, so even though this is an Island Plates map, we do seem to have plenty of space.
Vessels large may venture more.
Okay. Research. I mean, getting, Holy Site up and running really early, again, will also help with Great People. So I think I'm going to go down this route. Because we're not going to be able to get the engineering Great People anytime soon, or the engineering points very quickly. But we can get some faith quickly, which will help us get engineers as well. Alright, so now you can come out here. And we will focus on that first, just because of the science boost. So much jungle. There's another turtle over here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, technically within range of Washington. Yeah, we'll go and attack you. More turtles. Alright. So actually, all these turtles on here would be a really funny map to have the Ninja Turtle achievement on. That actually would be perfect. Okay. Is New York the second city we get, or is it like random? I can't remember. Because I kind of want to put New York near some turtles, just because. I mean, it's silly and no, no reason to, but I kind of want to. American cities. I think there's no guarantee. I think it is random. Yeah, chosen at random. So there's actually no guarantee that we'll even get a New York unless we like really go deep. I'd have to imagine we will, though. It would be crazy to never get a New York. I feel like I always see New York. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Kind of want to circle back, cover some of the stuff. Oh. Hi, Zulu. Probably not the most amazing person I would want to have on my map, although he's a pretty good distance away from me. So we do have some space to deal with. And let's check this real quick. I want to look for continents. See, on my continent, like, is this all one big continent? Yeah, it's all one continent. So that's good for us, because that means if he does attack us, we will have a bonus, like pretty much anywhere on this landmass. So that's huge for us, and not so great for him. All right, so that's good. Let's come over and swing back over here and hook that up now. We will need to get the ability to get rid of jungle as soon as we can. I mean, the double experience is nice, don't get me wrong, but we haven't really seen any barbarians yet. Let's go and plug you in for a little bit. We will take the faith and gold because we do want to get us a pantheon as quickly as possible. And yeah, actually, State Workforce was better than I was thinking. I was thinking it was this one, actually. But no, State Workforce is a good one to get pretty early on. We are going to improve 3 tiles relatively quickly, so let's go ahead and start working on that. I don't normally go this early for settler. I usually at least build another military unit or something. But I kind of want to start expanding up quickly. So let's go and get a settler. Oh, hello. Zulu. Kind of tempted to take advantage of the fact that Zulu's attacking this guy. Sneak in here and be ready to declare an attack if he gets it low enough for me to. I mean, it may not work out, but I'm kind of leaning that direction. I feel like that might work out for us. I'm going to start moving you this direction, just in case you can be useful for us. There's our boosted celestial navigation very early on. I like that. You just don't like me. All right, fair enough. You do have a lot of units. I do need to be a little careful here. You are going to chill right there. I'm going to sneak you down here. I don't know that you're going to be very useful here. but I'm a little worried about that guy, to be perfectly honest. Can I buy this tile? Because it's probably the best tile for me to hook up right away. We'll go and buy it. And we'll send you over there to get us our 3 tiles hooked up, and that'll work. Scout. It is going to heal this turn. No, we won't be able to kill it ourselves. He probably gets it next turn. It's a slim chance it'll just have a sliver of health yet left. Man, he's got a lot of units. We definitely got to be careful with him. It does, in fact, have a little tiny sliver. Not enough of a sliver, though. Ah, nope, he's got it. There's no way he doesn't have it at this point. If we had one more unit over here, we could probably do something. Ah, here we go. This is going to be good for us. Gets us the boost archery. We need that, especially if he starts declaring on us soon. Yeah, he should have it with both those units for sure, easily, because we could have it if we had 2 units over here. Oh well, that's okay. Worth a shot. There's our boost for craftsmanship. Okay. 7 turns on a settler. Wait a minute, did you actually leave it with some health?
A physician without a knowledge of astrology.
Really? Okay. Oh no. I didn't think about that. I mean, it makes sense, obviously, but I was not thinking about that. Oh, and it's a hill. No. That's unfortunate. Because he definitely has a next turn. Even this guy could have taken it if this guy wasn't there. Oh well. I mean, there's no way he's not going to attack it, but we'll go in there anyway. We can go for Celestial Navigation, but I don't know that that's really the path we want to take. I think we want to get ourselves up to archery as soon as possible because we have a feeling that Zulu's about to attack us. Yeah, he's going to attack us very soon. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's fall back to a little bit more of a defensive spot. See if we can kind of bait him in. If he does come after us, we'll have to try and get him through, you know, coming through the jungle and stuff like that. I think we'll be okay in the long run. Go ahead and send you back out that way. We really don't like him being there. We're probably going to have to go to war against him very early on. And since we do have an advantage because it is on our home continent, there's a possibility we can do something. Especially if we can get ourselves up to archery. 4 turns on a settler. Would have been so amazing to get that city. Obviously, if I declared war a turn earlier, I would have been fine, but I was not thinking about getting kicked out of the borders. Mostly because a lot of times borders early on are open borders, but I don't think it works quite that way with city-states. But even the open borders, I think we would have gotten kicked out of. Just leave you there for now. Can I sneak you past here without dying? Maybe. Well, there's the Dutch right away. Yeah, he's building it so fast right now. He is going to be a problem. We are going to have to go to war with Zulu pretty early on. Need about 4 more points to get out of the Dark Age, although an early Dark Age would not be the end of the world. The earlier we take out the Zulu, the better, because obviously he doesn't get some of his powerful units until a little bit later. There's our settler. I may finish off this builder now. Send it with the settler. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Where do I want you to build? I do like down here, for sure. I kind of also want to front up against Zulu a little bit more, but this would be fine somewhere down here. Next to the olives, the fish. Could settle over here. I mean, I don't like the idea of consuming the forest right away, but it does get us closer to all this stuff with all the faith. I like that, I think, a little bit better. Let's send the warrior down there. Wonder who's over here. Obviously, we saw some loyalty negatives over there. Alright, here's the builder. Let's go ahead and send you down here as well. We're going to go ahead and hook up the probably the olives, although we do need irrigation before we can do that. But that's okay. Let's head you that direction. Alrighty. I do think we need to start worrying about military. We are going to have archers in 4 turns, so let's get a warrior out first, and then we will probably follow that up with an archer immediately after.
Without craftsmanship.
Alright, let's get rid of you for now. I'm actually tempted to put you in there. I'm really worried about Zulu. I'm going to leave you there, though. Let's go and get state workforce out of the way because we already have the boost and it'll give us a governor. I mean, this guy right here is mostly out there to spot to see if Zulu's coming at me, and he'll retreat back to the city if necessary. Right, I'm going to stick you out there in front, where I had the other guy. All right, we got 1 turn on archers at this point, so let's go and just work on a slinger. It'll convert over to archers pretty quickly. Alright, we should be able to keep the loyalty here just fine. This does get us the deer right away, which is huge production, and gets us closer to this wonder. I'm okay with that. Gets us some error score. I like that. Alrighty. I mean, I'm tempted to go monument early on to get the growth of our borders. I think I will do that, especially since loyalty could be an issue soon-ish. Let's go ahead and get out here and see what is out here. Where's that put us at 11? We're still technically in a Dark Age. Plenty of turns, though, to get anything else. All right, you're going to go ahead and come here, although we're not going to have anything to use you for just yet. As soon as we get leveled up, we'll go ahead and grab our archer.
I shot an arrow into the air.
We get our research, I should say. Get our archer there. We got 3 turns on that archer. That's okay. I do think we need to get over to where we can harvest rainforests. We also need irrigation. Let's get down here. I want to get those rainforests, start getting those out of the way. Can we actually do this one? Yes, we can. Let's do that then. Somebody's got to be pretty close over here. Ooh, lots of horses over this way. That is actually something we don't have in our neighborhood. Looks like Zulu's having some barbarian troubles. I'm okay with that. It's a very long, thin island here. Tempted to go to war as soon as we get a couple archers. I can go after Kamasi right away because it's only got 15 defense. And we'll have the bonus because of our, our bonus on our continent. Ah, it is you. Okay, fair enough. That's what I assumed. A little bit of gold from that. Let's just get away from you. Well, try to get away from you. Choose a pantheon. Okay, so, yeah. Let's see, 25% production toward districts without a... Okay, we don't want that. I don't think I want this. I mean, although, if we're going to start chopping down some rainforest, this would get us some decent amount of faith. City growth is pretty good. God of healing can be good. Obviously, these can be good as well. Quarries we don't really have. We don't have any strategic resources at the moment. Camps, we only have a couple. We got some fishing boats, so some production from fishing boats could be really good. Divine Spark's probably what we should go for, because it will get us the great people that we want. But at the same time, if we're going to remove a lot of things to get the faith, that also can get us towards great people. I think Divine Spark's just too strong for what we want to do, though. It's going to help us long term over the course of the entire game. And we're definitely going to want great people towards the end of the game. So we'll go with this. But the other one was very tempting. Alrighty. I think we need at least one more warrior, one more archer, honestly, to be able to really have a good chance of this. So let's go that route. In fact, let's check your military. You're at... I'm looking for... There you are. I'm at 75. You're at 258. So we really do need to get a couple more units to really feel like we have a good chance. I'd like to farm a resource, but we don't really have any resources to farm. So what we'll probably do is just stick a farm over here. I'm going to stick a farm on this tile, because if we're going to farm, we're going to work a farm, we might as well be getting all the food that we can get out of it. Oh, we are at a dead end. Wow, this is a very peculiar map. Is this still all the same continent, though? It appears to be, yeah. So that's good for us.